Good day guys, this is Hongkong Hancats and welcome to another Warframe video. So this time we're gonna have a look at Warframes who are not really that popular, and then the skills that we don't really see used very often, and for good reason sometimes. So we thought we'd start things off with Hydroid, which we don't really see that often, and we're gonna look into his one of his most useless skills called Undertow, or we just call it the PUDDLE because that's what it is. In case you're not familiar with this skill, it is that Hydroid, he turns into a just like a puddle, and that enemies, they fall into the puddle and then they disappear and they take some damage. Like it's like nothing really, like 25 damage per second. So we wanted to try and find any way to make this build viable. And I don't know. Well, so we took it into mobile defense. We felt like, well, mobile defense is probably the only place you can ever use this skill successfully, because you don't really have to damage the enemies, you just have to, you know, survive. So anyway, we brought a Trinity to manage the energy, and we turned ourselves into a puddle. So the infested, they run into, you know, the puddle and just stay there until the end of the mission. It's not the most interesting build, but actually it did work. Additionally, we use Creative Undertow, which is a syndicate mod for Undertow. This ability regenerates 30% health every 1.5 seconds for each ally who's standing in the pool. So by using this mod, we're able to stand inside the puddle, and then the damage we take is quickly healed again, because, you know, 30% is actually quite a lot. The Trinity we used is put on a duration build because we were preparing for some ranged attacks, but then we realized that the mission we were into was an infested mission. So you could have gone with like the battery Trinity instead, but yeah, we can try that another time. But anyway, as you can see, the build, it works. It's not super fun, but it works. So what you have to do is you take Trinity, you make a stand inside the puddle, and then you sit down. Just literally sit down, because when you're sitting down, the ancients, they can't pull you. So the biggest issue with this build is that when you're done with the defense mission and you have to move on, then you have to release all the enemies from the puddle, and it's complete mayhem. Like, alright, if you bring like a Volvan and throw down like a, I don't know, like a Bastille or a Vortex, that would solve that problem, but we didn't have him with us. And also, if you have a Nidus, I'm pretty sure he can build up some pretty sweet stacks from all those enemies you can see getting released from the puddle. Alright, but seriously, let's get this video over with. This is getting too boring right now. So let's come up with a name for this one. We were thinking it's about drowning people, so we're gonna call it the Globber Globber build. And there you have it. We made a completely useless skill somewhat useful, boring though it may be, but if you want to try it out, you can follow our steps from this guide. If you have any other skills or Warframes you want tested, then let us know. And as always, thanks for watching, and see you next time.